Gillies McIndoe Research Institute aims to improve the self-esteem of New Zealanders afflicted with birth defects and other disfigurements.
Here to tell us more about their life-changing work, Surgeon Professor Swee and public face of the Centre's fundraising campaign, Aimee Cornish. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Aimee, we're going to talk to you shortly and hear your amazing story, but first, Professor Swee, tell us a little bit more about the Institute and what it does.
Thank you. The Gillies McIndoe Research Institute is being named after the two founders of modern plastic surgery, and they were New Zealanders. So
who knew that?
We can be very proud to say that.
So we're like pioneers in terms of this sort of...
Yes, they were pioneers. Yeah. They invented plastic surgery.
Wow.
And they came from New Zealand.
And so what do you do? What sort of things are done at the Institute?
The thing about plastic surgery is that there has been several major advances that occur over the last 60 years. But it has been in the area of technical advancement. And we don't know the basic causes of diseases that we treat, like birth defects or cancers, and we treat the consequences of those. And we borrow tissues from one part of the body to replace what is missing. We don't create them. What the Institute is dedicated to do is to look for the very fundamental causes of birth defects and cancers, and to look at ways to engineer tissues that we can use to replace what is missing.
So rather than just treat what happens, you're looking at the actual cause of it and stopping it at the start.
That's right.
Excellent. So Aimee, tell us about you. You were born with a birthmark, a strawberry birthmark?
Yes, a few days after I was born, these fine lines began to appear, which became a birthmark the size of a golf ball on my forehead.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Were you aware of it? Like, did it have a physicality there? Could you feel it?
It was a bit of a weight above my eye, but I guess I was just used to it being there.
So what was the treatment back then?
When I was a baby, I had 2 series of steroid treatments, which did stunt my growth for about 3 months each time.
Was that how you were treated, strawberry birthmarks, back then?
Until recently, that has been the first-line treatment. And the idea is that you've got to do something before it threatens life or vision. And in this instance, Aimee could have gone blind in their eye without treatment.
So when did you have the surgery that had it removed?
I had it 5 laser treatments when I was 11 and 12, and the final plastic surgery to get rid of the bulkness when I was 12. So I started college with no birthmark.
What was she like as a person? Had it affected her?
Well, Aimee obviously been affected by this, and she was quite self-conscious.
Right.
And she was shy and to some degree withdrawn. And I remember talking to Aimee when she was 9. She would not look into your eyes, and she would look at her feet when she answered your questions, and very softly. And look at Aimee now. She's confident.
Smiley, beautiful.
She's all ready for the world, and it's just wonderful to see.
Was it hard? I mean, Aimee, in terms of your friends at school and stuff, how were they? Were they horrible to you?
People were generally quite nice and caring. Like, everywhere I went, they would ask questions, like a supermarket, school, but what it was, like, did it hurt? Could they touch it, thinking I'd maybe injured or hurt myself? So I did grow a fringe to hide a little bit. So lots of attention, which I didn't really want.
They were more curious as opposed to horrible about it?
Yeah. No, I think I remember it being horribly teased, like, once or twice, but I think people had general concern otherwise.
But being so shy, it obviously had an effect on you.
Oh, yeah, I was very shy.
Are steroids still the way that we would treat a strawberry birthmark today, or has it changed?
It has changed.
Phew.
Yeah. We now would not use steroid treatment, which is pretty harsh treatment as a baby. It has lots of side effects, and only 1 in 3 children will respond dramatically to steroid treatment. So despite the harsh treatment, your result is not necessarily that good.
Either in the end.
Yeah.
How many people get strawberry birthmarks? Do you have a percentage?
About 1 in 10 Caucasian babies get strawberry birthmark. And about 1 in 10 of those will be life-threatening or functional, will cause functional problems, and you're forced to do something during the first year of life.
Do we know what causes them?
We don't know what causes them until now. We have done research in the last 14 years, and we believe we have found the cause of strawberry birthmark.
So that could stop them as well now?
Well, we have figured out the mechanisms of the growth and the regression of strawberry birthmark. And we have found that stem cells are behind this whole process of rapid growth and regression.
Well, thank you so much for coming in today. Thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you.
Lovely to meet you, Aimee.
And also best of luck with the fundraising as well. Let's
Thank
hope
you.
we can stop these.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.